We'll take Neo.
Yeah.
Okay. Moved upward, almost touch its 20 EMA, but
Did not
as you,
cross.
yeah, both Williams or CCI has
Here,
started.
if I'm not mistaken, last time we had discussed, we told them that we are touching the 200-day EMA
Yeah,
and we were expecting a bounce back.
right. Which has
That
happened.
is where it bounce back from.
Now, since Williams R and CCI has turned flat, we'll have to see how it opens on Monday and whether it crosses this 220 EMA.
Yes, because even if you look at it, apart from 20 EMA, it is at its 100 EMA level. So 50 EMA is above, 20 EMA is above, and 100 EMA it is just touching. And this is new. What was your Nasdaq analysis? Is it expected to go down to next week or climb up?
Down.
Down. So then
Yeah.
correlate that with new also.
So it's at mid Bollinger Band and exactly similar pattern if you see.
Hmm.
But since mid Bollinger Band and upper Bollinger Band are downward,
Yeah.
lower is,
Go further down.
yeah, lower is flattening, but it has not completely flattened. Both
True.
Williams R and CCI are downward.
So comparing this with Neo, I would be, what would you suggest? Hold or wait to enter?
Yeah, I was thinking better to hold. If someone has already entered, Monday we need to see whether it crosses this mid Bollinger Band level.
Yes.
If it forms a green candle, moves up, then on Tuesday would be critical. It would be good time to exit and take profit because it would be reaching the resistance, and then see whether whether market in general starts moving down from the 20 EMA.
So if Monday or Tuesday is going to be green, you will cross the 20 EMA and you will be hitting the 50 EMA, which is at 49.33.
I was expecting Monday to be green, but Tuesday it might open up and then form a red candle.
Collapse. So then, if somebody is holding Neo from the lower levels, I would keep a sell order at 49.
Right, makes sense.
Sell order 49 because I'm expecting, as you were saying, expecting Monday or Tuesday to correct. Right? But in case if the crossover happens, that 20 EMA crosses over and goes above the 50 EMA, that means if the price crosses 49 or 50, then your target is straight open for 60 plus.
So I was thinking if it crosses 20 EMA tomorrow and
Yeah,
for
that is
Tuesday,
46.50.
right, for Tuesday you can keep a stop loss at the 20 EMA price.
Yeah, and then trail it.
Yeah, and then trail it.
Yeah, that would be a good technique. If it crosses tomorrow 46.50, then for Tuesday you keep a stop at 46.50 and then you trail it.
Right.
If you have already entered the stock, because that entry stock also would have given you about $10. If you entered at 34 or 35, it's currently giving you $10 plus.
It would be good to hold as of now.
Yes, if you're holding it, yes.
And for new entry, do you think this 200 EMA of 35 would be better if it
Yes,
starts going down?
35 would be ideal with a stop of at about 30.
Targets we said
First target at 50 or 49. No,
46. That would be stop loss, or shall we say it as target? No, that
if you're entering it at this thing, then the target is this thing. If you're currently holding it, it's a different ballgame altogether.
the target of 49 and then 62
It's 62.
or even 65.
Yeah, but if I'm entering it at 35, then 62 is more than sufficient.
Okay.
Or then I can do trailing stop losses also.
Right. What's the target of
Target of 49
This is at 31.
35. Entry was
No,
at 35. Stop was 32. I think I said 32 there. And entry was 35.
yeah,
Between 35.
right.
Kamal, one question here on Neo.
Mm-hmm.
If you're holding it, what is the stop loss? Like, because yeah, my price is 37, and last time I did that mistake. Vivek sir asked mentioned to sell it, but I did not, and then it went all the way down. So I wanted
If
to
you're
know.
holding at 37, if you're holding it at 37, you keep your stop loss at 34.
34. Okay. And then sell at 49.
If
as
you're
well,
holding
right?
at 37, then Swash, if you can hear me?
Yes, sir, I can.
So if you're already holding it at 37, then exactly what Kamal has said. You keep your stop losses and you keep your first target at 49, which could be hit by Monday or Tuesday.
Okay.
All right. So you keep a limit sell order at 49, or whatever quantity you want to first take your profits out, 50%, 50% or whatever you want to keep. You can liquidate and take some money out of the trade, and then balance carry forward with the previous day's low as a stop loss. Once you come into
Right.
profit 49, then whatever is the day low of that day low is your stop loss for next day, right? So that it's only a matter of putting a 2-minute job while your coffee is getting ready and placing a fresh stop loss after the market is closed, right? So
Thank you.
my suggestion is at 49, it's a good thing to get out. And then take the balance if you want to a target of 62.
Next is Zoom. I'm also holding it, but couldn't exit at this price. I had kept 450 as the target price. It went up to 450, but in pre-market, and I was holding in TFSA well simple. So my order didn't execute, and then it dropped. So has a similar trend like Neo, but it's downward. Williams R has turned slightly downward because it just touched the 200 EMA and it didn't cross that level. So I am worrying that it might drop from here itself unless market is up on Monday and Tuesday and then it crosses this.
Can you convert this to a weekly chart? That will be interesting.
Again held at the 200 EMA.
It's holding 50 day. It's holding a 50 EMA.
Oh yeah, sorry, 50 EMA.
And if you zoom out, look where it is at a very strong support level.
I was saying that CCI is still downward.
Yes, but Williams R has turned up, RSI has turned up, and the lower Bollinger Band has started moving up.
Okay.
This is weekly. Even on a daily chart, the lower Bollinger has moved up. Even the lower Bollinger Band has moved up in the weekly chart. And CCI has also moved up, and Williams R has also moved up, as from the lows of the previous current lows.
Oh, okay. From here.
Another fact that is important is it's a Zoom product. Unlike Neo, it is still quite in demand globally.
Yeah, actually, this green candle and then next day, this red candle gap up opening and then falling down. It was because of their earnings. They had some 366% higher earnings. Because of that, it had gone up, but then it sold off in next 5 sessions continuously.
Our cardinal rule of stock markets: sell on confirmation. How could you miss it out? Sell on confirmation of news. Market knew they are going to give very strong results. When the results were announced, you should have been liquidating it.
Yes, sir. If you see,
Cardinal sin.
yeah, it didn't. I was expecting it to at least touch this upper Bollinger Band around 444. It did, but in pre-market, not during the
Pre-market.
market hours. As soon as
Uh,
the market opened, it
it just tanked.
it tanked and it kept going down.
I think
Can
Kamal,
you
you
remember
figured
this?
out because
Remember this statement? Because when we discuss CM, Imperial Bank today, I'll give you the same example which blunder which I did. I just told you about your calculation. I'll tell you how my trade in CM messed up. It did not trigger at all. And that price was reached multiple times during the trading hours, but my order did not get filled.
Oh, okay.
Said CM will discuss it later.
We can.
Later, if you're holding this, look for a spike. Same strategy. 365, 383, 384. Very strong resistances because these are EMA moving EMAs. And now that the results are declared and done and finished with, you've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A week and a half has passed away. It could bounce back. Can you check it out whenever results declared? How has the movement been after that? I think TradingView will give you that idea.
Yeah. And Vivek, you are saying something?
I was saying that you missed out this opportunity because your stock wasn't well simple.
Exactly. If I would have if I would have been having this in IBKR or Questrade, it would have executed. So on earnings, it had gone up and down, and because of its this spike behavior on earnings, I was holding it. If you see here as well, just before earnings or on the day of earning, it goes high and then
It
it
spikes up. Yeah.
even here. So it has followed that pattern here as well, but just that it didn't even reach the upper Bollinger level of 4. Yeah, if you see here clearly, 452 was what TradingView was showing, and I had kept at 450. Even 450 didn't reach during the market hours. It reached in the post-market and pre-market both.
Pre-market.
Earnings was released here on 1st of March after market, and then it spiked. But that as soon as market opened, it tanked.
God will spike again.
Yeah, it will take time, I guess.
Yes, but it should move up. One second, one second, one minute, 1 minute, go back, zoom out. That's it. 1, 2, 3. Just check what happened in September. 4 days of consecutive fall. What happened now? Consecutive fall. What happened now? 4 days of consecutive fall.
And then similar pattern.
And you start climbing back. And in the 10th day, you will be back at the position. 10 days of climb, 10 days of climb, and you're back at the same position. So you already done about 5 days of climb, 5 more days of climb required. That also happened in the month of November, December. In the month of November also, after the results, it fell down and then again climbed almost to reach the same level again.
An exit here could be
Next week you could exit at around 440. Don't wait for 450, but yes, 430 or 440 you could exit, depending what your entry price was.
my average is
440.
375.
Then all right, so then that is not really far away. At 435 or 440, you could put your limit orders. I think by next Saturday, it should get executed if the other market is remaining favorable.
Okay, so 440 you
435, 440 should be your targeted range of selling.
okay. Do you think the first target could be around this 20 EMA?
That's already at your average buying price of 375.
Yeah, not for me. Means if someone has entered at this price,
If somebody has entered at 300 and at around 300, 315, then of course 375 is the first target. 380, 380, and then 435,
right?
435, 40.
440. Yeah.
So 380 and 335, 340, 440. 435, 440, sorry.
440.
Yeah.
And
If you already entered that around
Around 320, 300.
320, yeah. Because remember this gap in the month of September,
Yeah, it is filled in. Filled in.
that's almost got filled in over here.
Yeah. So would this be the entry point
Ideally,
for someone?
buying price would be 311.
Okay.
Stop of 304 or 305.
Let's take FB. We'll come to Rama's stocks later, as we have other members as well. So we'll take FB from Fasahat. So Tesla, it's a good chart to see. The lower Bollinger Band has slightly turned up. Mid Bollinger Band has not flattened, but only thing is, if the last closing session, if it could have closed higher than the closing on Friday, it would have been even better. The Williams R and CCI is flat, Williams R is still up. Mid Bollinger Band and upper Bollinger Band are almost turning.
Sloping down. Still sloping down.
Yeah. So for those who are holding, I think I would suggest the same like NEO to see if it crosses this 200 EMA on Monday and having a sell limit at 718 or having a trailing stop loss set at 703 at mid Bollinger Band 703 or 702 for Tuesday. But it would depend upon the market trend as well. If you see its weekly chart, it is sitting at mid Bollinger Band. This last week it had dipped, and then this week it has moved up. So Williams are just touched the oversold position and then moved up, even CCI. So on weekly chart, the indicators are in favor. Even if you look at the lower Bollinger Band, it has moved up. The mid Bollinger Band is also upward. Upper Bollinger Band is slightly downward. So on weekly chart, it looks favorable to me. Vivek sir, what do you?
Yeah, you're right. Weekly chart is looking favorable. It's already crossed the 20 EMA. The closing is above the 20 EMA. If somebody already holding this, hold is the previous day low as the stop loss on the daily chart.
Which is 670,
666.
6666.
The devil's number. Hold with the low of 665 or 6660 as the stop loss and trail it to go to a target of about 840 and above. But again, how the market will operate. And I'm a very big fan of Tesla.
The market trend is specifically visible on charts like Tesla, Apple, Amazon.
Yes.
So following the indexes chart would help to take decision on Tesla.
Very true.
But as of now, we can say hold with trailing stop loss. And as Vivek sir mentioned, for Monday, the stop loss would be 660. And if it crosses the 20 EMA on Monday, you can have your stop loss at the 20 EMA, maybe 700 instead of 702 and 4, so, or 698, just in case it just touches and then moves further up. Your stop loss doesn't hit. Right, sir?
Yeah, perfect.
And Kamal, what would be the buy price for this if you're not holding it? I just sold Tesla recently. Just wanted to know.
You sold at rate?
I sold it for 680. I bought it for 562.
562.
Yeah, in couple of
that is
days.
a perfect buy price.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
a
I know it
perfect
was.
buy
Yeah.
price.
And my stop loss executed like for 680 and trailing stop loss, I guess.
Okay.
Trailing stop loss. That's all right.
Yeah, that's fine.
How did trailing stop loss get executed?
Maybe I didn't keep it correct. I'm not expert on that.
So how did you keep 680 as a trailing stop loss?
No, what I did is I first
Executed when? Last day? Last working day?
When you're,
Yes.
did it execute on Friday?
No, not on Friday. It was on, I guess,
Thursday.
Wednesday. Yeah.
Thursday, maybe Thursday, because Thursday it had reached 717, so
Yeah.
your stop loss might have hit on this day.
Hmm.
No,
Yeah, it's I think
he sold
it's
out at 680.
Yeah, so sorry,
I'm trying to
Wednesday.
understand. Come on, I'm trying to understand. If he had kept 680, how did he keep 680? I'm trying to figure that out.
No, he entered at 580, right?
He ended
No,
at 560.
562.
At 562
Hmm.
on the 8th of March. So how did he keep the stop loss of 680?
Because here it moved more than $100 on next
So
session.
that was the upper limit was 678.
Yes, and then next day it,
Next day is upper is 717.
yeah. So he would have,
55. So how did he keep 680 as the stop loss?
he might have taken
He,
this
he,
as
he kept the high as the stop loss.
his stop loss. He might have kept this closing price previous day was at 673. So he would have kept little lower. I believe that might be his thought process.
Wash, did he keep a stop? How did he keep
Yeah.
a stop loss? 680?
How I kept it, like I was also following the aftermarket and stuff, and it did go up. Like it go up to like 715
700.
or
Yeah, it
something.
went to 700.
Yeah.
Yeah, 715. I think
717.
after. So I thought, if it's going up, I'll just change it to 680 weekly, which is like, just I should have done it like maybe lesser than that on the previous day,
You should
but I
have
kept it.
you should always keep it at the previous day's lows as your stop loss, the low of the previous day.
Okay. Okay.
Profit, if you had kept the low of the previous day as your stop loss, it would have only hit on Friday. It would have only hit on Friday. That
It
on
wouldn't have hit
six.
also
So
because
Friday it would have hit.
so low of
Thursday low or something else. Thursday is the great doji. The next candle. Yeah. The other low is 677. That would have been hit on Friday.
Suyash, do you have a question on that? Thank you, sir.
So if
That's
I want to
been done.
enter again, what would be the price?
Same. Suhash 560.
Okay.
That is the ideal price. That is the ideal price. Or if you want to be a aggressive player, can you come to the Tuesday candle, Kamal? The big green Tuesday candle. This, yeah. High is 678, low is 595. That's about 180. 90. At about 590, you could also enter in.
Or 600.
Yeah, sorry, not 590.
600?
At about 650, you could enter in. 640, 650, you could enter in.
Yeah, that's what the price at this. I was looking at this support.
I'm taking the high and the low and dividing it by 2 of the last big candle.
Right. There's also a support around this 650 level.
650, yes. So around 650 would be the next entry price if you are an aggressive trader. But ideal price is 560 where you entered at.
Yeah.
562.
And if you are entering at 650, your stop loss would be 600.
Naturally.
And then for stop loss for 560 entry, 515, sir. This is 505.
Comfortably. 520.
520. And targets we discussed already.
792, 815, 792, 815, and about 800 and
890.
890. One more coming before that at about 8660. Yeah, lower, come lower. Yeah, this one, higher, 860 or even higher, 862. That's it, 867.
So buy at 560, then 650, stop loss of 520, 600. Sir, what are the targets you mentioned? 7.
Come to the chart. I'll just tell you the chart. In the chart. Yeah, 790.
Yeah, 7990. This one.
Right? 793, whatever it is. Then you have 860, 863,
863.
862, 863, and then the height of 890.
Right.
We were looking at, one second, we were looking at 760, 760, 792, 760,
This one 767.
760, 792, or 792, 794, and 863, or 855, what is it?
860 was some.
860, 855, 763, 792, 863, and 888, 890, whatever,
890.
888. 880 is fine.
885.
888 or 885. 885 is appropriate. Leave something on the group for me also.
Okay. So we'll go to Fasad. FB. Fasad has requested. FB, while the market was on downtrend, it did form a red candle, but overall, if you see, it was on uptrend and had touched upper Bollinger Band on Thursday and then fell down because it was on overbought position on Thursday. So it has dropped on Friday. We can expect, looking at the Williams R and CCI indicators being downward, it can fall further. If you're holding it, could be better to take out your profit, because FB in general, if you see, trades in this channel is also downward. Around August it was high at this 304, then the high reduced to 297. Around this time it was 286 and 277. So in my view, it would be better to exit if you are already holding. On the weekly chart, it is. So for those who are holding for longer term, can still continue to hold. But for short term positions, it would be better to take out profit. At least sell partially. Vivek sir, yeah, any comment?
Yeah, I agree. It's a downward trend, so I would play very carefully on this.
And if someone wants to enter, buy price at this support might be better around 245.
Yes.
The only thing for Facebook is it seems it's not following the pattern that we have seen for NDX or other indexes for the US stocks. Though the market in general is affecting, but it's not in line with NDX index or even QQQ index that we have seen earlier. So for entry, better to wait at around 245.
Between 245 and 230 is a huge gap down. Gap to be filled, waiting to be filled.
Oh, this gap?
Yes.
Yeah, it has not yet filled.
Whereas it has come to the support, tested the support on 1, 2, 3 occasions.
Right.
Not filled the gap at all. Now if you look at it, go to the extreme on the left on the same chart, you realize the same level of 240 was your resistance, which is now your support, because that support got violated and taken out by the gap up opening in the month of August, July, August, and that resistance is now your support. So the market is not letting it fall below 240.
Yes.
If it collapses below 240, then 230 or even 210 is very common, very easily possible. 230 is a first strong support, and 210 after that. So if for some reason this turns down and goes below 240, 230 and 210.
Yes. So should we enter at 246 with a stop around 240, 237, 240, or wait for it to maybe fall
If you
under?
want, you can enter around 240 or 245 or
I have,
240. So, you will stop at about 240
yeah, that is what I was thinking.
or you will stop at about 237, a $10 stop.
Right. And if that stop gets hit, then wait for it to fall down to,
Then wait for it to fall to, because the 230 is a very, very nominal support.
right.
After that, after that is 210. And 210 is a stop of about 200.
Okay. Should we suggest to exit if someone is holding at the current price? Because it has already touched its upper Bollinger Band and has moved down.
No, 280 will be, if it spikes up 280.
Okay.
Since you're expecting Monday to be a green day, 280 could be a possibility.
Yeah, but it's not following other stocks on the index.
I agree. I agree to that. But you look at it, it's having big body candles whenever it's trading.
Mhm.
Most of the big body candles.
Yeah.
So, and the body candle was very small. The wick was long. The wick was long, but the body candle was very small. So if it gives you a big green body candle, 280 is highly possible.
Right. So 280 was the target. That's the first target, and next target. Do you think it can go higher than the previous high? I was just looking, as I was mentioning, that it has been
Then
forming.
targets, it is falling low, and so possibly 280 or even 290, 295.
Okay.
So those are the targets which have to be crossed. It will move up. When it will move up is to be seen. So 280, 290, and 300.
280, 295, and 300.
Yeah, 280,
295.
292, and then 300. Give them about $10 each.
Okay. So next is PKI. We'll try to cover in this 40 minutes. PKI we had on Parkland. Vivek sir, are you still holding it or
PKI, I was never into PKI. No,
no? Okay.
never into PKI. I'm hearing this for the first time.
This Parkland.
No, I'm not into PKI. No,
Okay. I think we had discussed it sometime.
we must have because but then I have not. I have never entered this.
Okay. No problem.
I'm holding
So,
my gurus and I'm holding my others.
mhm. Right. So for PKI, it has been on downtrend above mid Bollinger Band. Even though market was down, it has held its 20 EMA and has moved up. It was an overbought, so the Williams R and CCI has turned down because of this last session. Though if you see mid Bollinger Band and upper Bollinger Band and even lower Bollinger Band, it's still upward. So looking at Bollinger Band, it seems it might continue up. So if you are holding, it would be better to hold with a trailing stop loss.
Yes, very strong trading stop loss.
So for
And the target is 40-50 for the first one. 40-50, 40-60.
right,
40-60 for the first one.
correct. Maybe I'll take it on weekly chart, so it gives yes.
Sorry, don't take it 40-50. Can you go back to day chart? I think 40-60 नहीं 40-50 होगा चाहिए.
40-60 was the
40-60 तो touch करके नीचे आ रहा है. Come lower down. I slightly higher up. So 40.50 is the first target. So that got hit and it did not get hit after that
Mhm.
for about 6 working days, 6 trading days. So 40.45 is the first target.
40.45 or 40.50?
40.45 because 40.50 it did not touch at all apart from on 5th of March. 5th March.
Okay, if we are looking at the closing price,
So I'm looking at 5th March wick. Go back, go to your left.
Hmm.
One more, this one. 40.60 was the high,
Hmm.
and 40 next one after that to your right 40.41. That's why I'm saying 40.45 or 40.40
Okay.
because it doesn't cross 40.40 after that.
Mhm.
That's exactly what happened to me in my Imperial Bank.
Mhm.
That is why I'm saying 40.40 or 40.45.
Is the first
I will
step.
get out and not wait for 40. So
Right.
at least partially I need to liquidate. If I'm holding it, I'll liquidate partially and then go for a bigger target for the balance.
Yeah, which would be 45.
Which is right. 44.50,
40,
44.45 is right.
yeah, 44.50.
44.50 and 45. That is all right.
Yeah. Okay, so for PKI, just
40.40 first target and then 45 or 44.75
and if for entry, it's better to wait for it to correct.
to 37.
37, yeah,
37.
with a stop around 35, $2 stop loss.
Yes.
Okay, I will go to ENB, which, like other energy sector stocks, it was on uptrend,
The
and
peak.
yeah, on Thursday it was at peak and then has moved downward. Williams RCCI has turned down, being in overbought position. So if you are holding it for short term, it was good chance to exit on Thursday. If not, at current price would also be good to exit
Yes.
and wait for it to buy again at around 43, 40, 42.95, $43.
$43.
For those
What
who,
is the weekly chart showing?
yeah, I was also going to. For those holding for longer term,
Oof. Look at that.
47,
Uh,
54, 53.7.
Those holding it from 36 don't sell before 55 or before selling at 56.
Mhm.
The weekly chart is clear pattern upswing.
Yeah,
All three Bollinger Bands on the up move.
and CCI is not even in overbought position, so
Uh,
good to hold.
No, if somebody is holding it from 36 onwards, God bless you. Enjoy your profits at 56 on a weekly chart because if this breaks out, you look at 45.50, very steadily it has been selling at this rate. Now here again you can see a box pattern. One full year of box pattern. Right? Between 36 and 45, a proper box has been formed. 45, 50 and 36. Full-fledged box. 45, 40, yeah.
I'll draw a normal rate.
36 and 45, 40. 45, 50. It's a pure box. A $10 box. 45, 40 and 36. Right? And this is a $10 box. If you reverse this, flip it upside, one more line at 57 would be your second target.
This one?
Yeah. So if box gets broken out, your next target is $10 up.
And if you see here, once it starts, once it is on uptrend, even on weekly chart, it keeps forming green candle, which means people are not exiting from it. And we might see similar if it breaks this.
If it breaks this candle of 45.50.
So if this week, if it breaks out,
If it breaks out this week and goes above 45.50, keep a stop at 45 and let it trail to 56. That will become the trading stop loss of at 45 or 44, whatever you want.
so if I was seeing here, maybe it can reach up to this 44.50 and then move up. If it, even if,
That is why your stop loss is 44.
yeah. So the stop loss
If
at
it breaks that band, if it breaks the box, then your stop loss is 44. Otherwise, no. But only for fresh entries above 45 and a half will you keep a stop loss at 44.
right.
Only for fresh entry above 45.50, your stop loss is 44. If it breaks that box, that means you will be buying it at around 46, keeping a $4, $2 stop loss for a target at 56.
Right.
So 1:5. That's the ratio.
Quite fair. So at this price, shall we suggest to exit or just hold?
If you are holding this is the base, trailing loss.
Okay.
So your additional comment you can put. If you're holding this long, trailing stop loss, and fresh entry above 46, above 46.50, above 46.50
With stop.
with stop at 44 and target of 56.
Right. I'll put here later.
Do that.
Yeah, next we will go. I think similar would be the chart for SU if people are holding. Yeah.
Now, same chart. Again, if it breaks out at 29.30, your target is straight at 45. First target 40, next target 45.
So it's a,
Same chart.
yes. I was expecting that. Yeah.
And if you look at it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 consecutive days of green, weeks of green. Take a daily chart, you know immediately. See the climb? And this clubbed with the fact that JE has just filed his bankruptcy, this will add further fuel to it. One of the competitors reduced out, he becomes more, they become more stronger.
Pays dividend as well.
Oh, lovely.
So good stock to hold.
Yes.
So I'll just mention it underneath, though he's not holding.
Yeah, Sankar, everybody is talking about it.
Should we enter at this point, or it's the time has passed now? Shouldn't. So guys, should we like?
Yeah, Ron, just working on that.
Okay.
Should enter in at the break of the box. If you can take a weekly chart, the box will be seen.
Yeah.
So if it crosses 30, you could enter in. Because at this point, it is liquidating itself. Earlier also, even the wick and this were at the same level at 29.30. And the box size is already up to 15. It's a $15 box size. So 30 to 15 is the box size. Come lower down.
Or even this.
No, 15, yeah, that is the box size. That is why your target goes up to 45 automatically. You realize that, Imran? The box is, if you enter and comes into upper box, only then will the target of 45 open up.
Right. Yeah.
There's a high possibility it may reverse and come down from here and touch 15 again. But in case if it crosses 30 and goes up to 31, I would enter at 31 for a target of 45. And then keep your stop loss, a $2 stop loss. So keep it on the watch list very carefully. If it enters 31, enter with a stop loss at 29, target of 45.
31, 29, and target of 45.
5.
Okay, XBC. XBC, like J has crashed this week, and some members are holding it.
Ooh.
Still, there is some downward left on this, even on weekly chart. If I show it on,
2 months of crash. 2 months, 8 weeks of crash.
and
Volume.
see the volume this week.
Good Lord. And there is no respite.
It has earnings on 25th. Previously on earnings, here it had moved up. Here it had down. It was down, up. Since it is
Strong
moving,
support at 4. First strong support at 4, then at 3, then at 1.75.
for this,
4, 3 and 1.75. Is Iran holding this?
yes, some members were holding. It has crashed. That's
Iran is on call here.
Imran, are you holding this XBC?
No, but there is
No.
not this Imran.
It's probably different Imran.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a different Imran here.
Yeah.
Kamal, I'm also holding this one.
So Mohsin also is holding it.
Yeah.
Entry at what price?
So I'm holding 190 shares and my buy price is $10.17.
Wow.
10,
At the
which,
peak.
oh,
At the peak.
see this gap, this dropped 31%. It was reversing here, but not sure was there any news which made it to crash.
I believe their revenue is decreasing for this year. That's why we have this crash. I think.
Their earnings release on 25th. I think we should wait for it to reach $4 before even thinking for averaging down.
Mohsin, what's the quantity?
So it's 190 shares.
190. Can you pump and buy?
190. Sorry?
Can you pump in to buy more to average?
No. I'm gonna hold it. So I don't want to buy
What I
more.
was thinking of is you bought 190 at about 11. If you buy about 600 at 4,
Yeah.
average price will come down drastically.
Mhm.
And then minute you get a small bounce, you liquidate at a small profit or whatever it is and recover your principal amount and come out. Because back to 11 will take a lot of time.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what even I was thinking. That's the reason I was asking if you could average down.
Specifically asked you if you can you pump in some more money? Because if you bought 200 at 11, you pump in about $2,200.
Yeah.
Now you buy 22 again, same amount value, but at 4, your quantum will be almost 3 to 4 times the quantum there. So your average price will drop down drastically.
Yeah. Okay, I'll see. Yep.
Just
You're
check it
right.
out, because then what happens is, 1 second, just let's work it out, no? Let's
Yes.
work it out only. Can I calculate with you, Kamal? What buying price was 190 into
10.17.
10.70, that's 2033. And 2033 divided by 4 will give you about 500 shares more.
10.33, right? Into
4,000.
10.17, 17.
10.17, sorry.
Yes, yep.
10.17 into 190.
10.17.
Oh, 10.17.
1932.
$1932, and to this, if we, let's suppose if we
Add 483 shares more.
483 into $4,
At $4, we give you the same value.
right?
So now you
Into 2,
have 4,000 shares divided by 673.
yeah, this divide by
73 is about $6. So the average price mostly will come to about $6, $5.95 to be precise.
483 we bought, sir, right?
Yeah.
So your average would be around 5.74.
So if you are selling at even 6, you will make some money and your principal will be recovered. 6 or 6.5, which is a high possibility. From 4 jumping to 6 would not be a difficulty.
Yeah, you're right.
Right? And, and the chances of you getting your principal amount back is more probably much faster here.
And if we see on daily chart, if we are targeting even $6, currently it is at 546, and we are it's at 546 here.
Yeah.
Even if we are targeting 6, which is very much possible.
And then I'm buying it at
$4, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. It seems like I have to wait for my next
You will
paycheck.
have to you will have to juggle it up in such a way to recover your principal amount back.
Mhm.
That is exactly the way I was telling you how retailers get locked in. If you were there with the second session or the third session, I was explaining how retailers get locked in the top bracket. That's exactly what was happening. 4 weeks they maintained the price, 4, 5 weeks or 6 weeks they maintained the price above 10. They did not let you fall. 6 weeks. They maintained the price above 10 and then it just collapsed in the last 4 weeks. So that's the dirty game which all the institutions and the big game players play with us.
With earnings due on 25th, it might happen that it might continue up to the earnings date, and just around the earnings it might move up. So a buy around $4 near the earnings date, which is about 12 days from now. If we could have fund ready to buy it around $4 to average down, you might be able to recover your principal.
Okay. Okay, sir. Vivek sir, thank you so much.
Most welcome.
So if we buy at 4, the stop is at 3.5, 3.4.
Yeah, I would say that. I would say that.
3.4.
It would be a dead loss.
Yeah. For now, I will just mention stop loss for buy at 4. For new entry, shall we wait for 1 or 2 more sessions? If someone wants to
For
enter,
a new entry, I would keep 4 or even 3.
okay. So
Because you look at the entry now, 2, a very strong buying has happened. 2 or 1, very strong buying.
yeah,
Or 175. So a fresh entry, 175 or 2 is the right approach. or even 3.
Okay.
I take an entry with 3 with a stop of 1.5 and target of around 6 and above. Entry at 3, target of 6,
Mhm.
stop of 1.75 or 1.5. So you're right, 3.4. Second stop loss will be about 1.5 or 1.25, 1.5. Target price for entry at 3 would be either 6 and then of course 9 and 11.
Yeah.
6, 9, 11.
For those holding.
For those who bought at a higher price.
Next is TPGY. Vivek and is expecting us to know the target price. TPGY. It was on the similar trend like other US market stocks, especially NDX, and on
Vivek, are you holding this?
I just I entered at 18.84.
18.84.
Yeah.
That is just on Friday.
Yeah, I entered on Friday. Yes.
yes, the Williams R and CCI indicators have also moved up. Mid and
First
upper
target 26, first target 26, next target 32.
Yeah.
26 and 32. Yes.
Okay.
And this is a good strip to enter because the last candle is a bullish engulfing. It's engulfed not one but 2 candles and finish it out.
Right.
Yes.
As well as reach the last big candle in this one. This has also been almost covered.
Yeah.
The entire 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles have been covered in just one day's candle, which is why it's a very, very strong candle to have entered in.
26 and
What was
30.
the reason for entry? Did you have some news or what was it?
No, it was a heavily beaten down SPAC. It is into EV. They are merging with EV Box, which is a European company, and I was
All right,
following it from 34.
all right.
Yeah, and I didn't had funds when it reached to 14, but as my stop loss for one of the stock got hit, and then I thought that this was the right time to enter TPGY.
Very right decision. Very right decision.
Yeah, thank you.
Very right decision.
Okay, so let's move to the next talk.
And this is only on US markets.
Yeah, next is CGX,
Cineplex.
Vivek sir's favorite.
Yeah, I made good money on this. When the market was against, we entered the stock. If somebody remembers me.
Yeah, I know. I think you might
Market was fearing second shutdown and we entered the stock at that point of time.
yeah, I think you might have entered somewhere here, right?
Yes, 483 I think was my price if I'm not mistaken. I entered, I exited, and then I'm now thinking of fresh entry again. Even Air Canada for that matter of fact.
Yeah, so for CGX, though market was down, it formed red candles, but if you see the price has not dropped much. Even this week, it's in overbought position, but the price has not dropped, though it could correct. It touched mid Bollinger Band. It hasn't touched mid Bollinger Band.
Yes.
But if you see lower Bollinger Band, mid Bollinger Band, both are upward. So if someone would like to enter, I think a price around 12.25 could be a, or 12.20 could be a good entry.
Yes. Or 1025.
Yeah, 12.2. Or What was
10.2,
it? 10 point?
10.25. That's it. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
10.30.
Okay. We'll go to the targets as well. 10 point. So for 10.20, the stop 10.30, the stop can be
9.5.
9.5. And he's interested in knowing what would be the targets in near future, which means he would like to know the short-term target for this. So 15.25.
There are gap ups to be filled in.
Yes, this gap down
20. 20.
Yeah, 20 looks to be a good reasonable target in the
Yes.
short term.
So first target will be at about what? 16 or 17? Yeah, this one.
17, yeah. First
17.
target could be 17, then next
Is
20.
it 17 or even 16?
Uh,
1650, 17.
1650 would be better.
Yes, 1650 would be better.
Yeah, 16,
1650.
and then
Of course. After that, I don't want to look at it.
yeah, I think 28.
Yes.
And if someone wants to hold it longer, but
Yes.
that would be beyond a year. 36.
Yeah, that will be beyond a year. Yes, much definitely beyond a year. So 50, 20,
16.5 you mentioned, right? 16,
16.5, 16.5, 20,
20, and 36.
and then 20, 26 or 36?
This one, oh, 28 and then 36. Eh,
No, 26 first. 26,
okay,
yes.
yeah, I was
2650.
this 28 I was looking here.
All right. So you can also look at 28, yeah.
Yeah, 28 and then 36.
2650 has been a lot of time, and it has reversed from there. 2650 onwards.
Okay,
That is why I said 2650 or 2625.
okay. So 26 and then 30.
And then 32 and then for 39. 32, 39. 20, 26, 32, 39. Long targets.
Yeah. Okay, Imran has requested for THRM. It has been dropping and Williams are downward. CCI has flattened but still can drop further. Mid Bollinger Band, lower, upper, all three are downward, and 0.185 would be if someone is looking to enter 0.225 or even lower 0.185 for entry or for averaging down if someone is holding. Even I am holding, though I was thinking to exit at around 0.40 but it didn't hit 0.40, so I am also still holding. My buy was around average is around 0.35. I was trying to exit it because of its downtrend. I had bought some here, and then once it fell down, I have bought some, I think, on this and these two in larger quantity so that my average is lower. But I was trying to exit at 0.40 with minimal profit because of the downtrend.
Kamal, what is your target price for this or exit price?
Yeah, as I was saying, 0.40 was what I was looking to exit this week, but it has
Okay.
not hit. As you can see, this was high was 0.35. I was
Right.
looking to exit at 0.40, which was like this support.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, 0.39. But I was looking. I had kept 0.40, but it didn't hit. So
And
I'm
you had kept 0.40 to basically liquidate the stock because of the falling price.
yeah, because it's on downtrend. So
Yes.
I was trying to exit at little profit rather than
Then sitting in a stock with a loss. But
yeah.
Vivek, what is your entry price?
My entry price is 0.33.
0.33.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I think you should also be exiting on the same thing.
yeah, I'll do that. I'll look at
0.37,
it.
0.37, 0.4.
Yeah, I'll put a what
You
should
are
be
not
the
going to
stop loss
average.
for this, Kamal?
sorry.
What should be the stop loss?
So
Yeah, it's too low.
yeah, we would be selling at a loss if we are seeing it going down, and if it doesn't spike up and reach even this 20 EMA,
Right.
we might be in loss.
Yeah.
Even my average is 0.35, so which means I'm in negative as of now itself. That's
Okay.
why I was trying to exit at small profit.
Yeah,
So
mine is also like at
Hmm.
so yeah. So should we like wait and buy it at lower to average it down, or should we just try to exit it?
looking at its downtrend, I feel if you are currently at your current price, if you are not in loss, like for you, you are at 0.34. So if you set sell order at 0.35 and if it executes, you are still selling at minimal profit. Like for Vivek, since his average is 0.33, he is still at profit. So if he is sets limit sell at 0.35 or 0.37, like I'm taking this as a reference, and if it hits on Monday, he would still be exiting at profit. If it doesn't if it doesn't hit, if it is still above 0.33 on Monday towards the close of the day, he can exit at that price because he would still be in profit. At least he will not be losing.
Yeah, I'll do that. Actually, I tried exiting on Friday, I think, on Thursday at zero point 0.4, but it didn't hit.
Yeah, same like me.
Yeah,
So
we are like in the
My
same
suggestion
position.
would be then to please place your sale order at 0.37 instead of 0.375. Keep it at 0.37
okay,
and hope for the best. At least for Kamal, it should be 0.37. The others are still in their at the buying price. So for them, even at 0.35, they would be making a marginal money and coming out. But for Kamal, it will have to be 0.37 only or 0.375
right.
if that is below your average price. Well, Kamal would know how to calculate the average and move out.
Yeah.
The other, we have to actually give you the price ranges. So apart from Kamal, Imran and everybody else who are there, clear suggestion 0.35 get out with minimal margin. The only saving feature is the green candle, big green candle has not yet been broken down. That's the only saving feature. And the 4 days of movement have not yet touched 50% of the green candle. Cover the high and low of that green candle, please. Yeah, all right. So 0.37, 0.26, 10 cents, 11 cents, so five and a half. So 31.50. That has not yet been breached. 0.315 has not yet been breached. Can you show me the last candle, please? Last candle, yeah. See, 0.32, not yet breached. 0.315, not yet breached. So that is the only saving grace that 4 consecutive days they could not breach the open of the week. The week open was the low of the green candle. That has not, even the average of that candle has not even been breached. And volumes are low. So that is only saving grace to this, which is why even Kamal could be lucky if he can get out at about 0.37, 0.37, 0.375. At least his principal amount can be pulled out.
Another positive thing about this is when it forms a green candle, the green candle is big. So
A big, yeah.
it's,
Even if it's a green doji or a green hammer, it's a big wick.
yeah,
But also big. So which is why all three of you must please put in your sell limit orders before the market opens. So don't wait for Monday. Do it today evening or do it tomorrow morning.
Done, sir, already.
Lovely.
Very fast. Sir, this is the impact of your analysis.
I really hope I proved right. Most welcome.
Yeah, because of this green candle, I was hoping that
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, she's on.
yeah, because of this green candle, I was hoping that it might touch at least
Yes, it will touch the mid Bollinger.
yeah.
Even the mid Bollinger was at about 0.39, 0.4.
On these 2 days, it was around 0.4, but now it has dropped to 0.39.
0.399.
Okay, thank you, sir. That
Most welcome.
yeah, hopefully will help some of us here to exit at least at our principal or small profit.
Yeah, secure your principles. That's most important.
Okay, next is from Suyesh ENPH. Looking for buy price. Okay, Suyesh is looking for entry for this stock, which has form pattern much like Tesla. Was down, then has moved up. Williams RCCI midway here. Yeah, on the weekly chart, it has crossed this mid Bollinger Band, and Williams R and CCI has turned up. For entry, I think it would be still be better to wait for this price of 133.5.
Even lower, 126. Yeah.
Okay, entry at 126 with a
Stop for 110 or 17.
yeah 17 and target of 193.
Target 187, 190. Yeah,
Oh,
186,
185.
185. First target 185. Second target 207, 208. And then, of course, 220. 220.
We had said around 126, right?
126 or 110. Stop.
Yeah, 107. I think we said.
110 or 107. ठीक है. That's all right. 107.
Okay, I think just left these. Maybe I'll analyze these and I'll post later.
Yeah.
Vivek sir, one stock which you said you would like to be discussed.
Imperial Bank. Canadian Imperial Bank. CMM from other. Now, can you take it on a Yahoo chart? I'll tell you why I'm saying it on that. ठीक है?
NYSE. I will take the one on.
Yeah, CMTU. 125. I have given this target long ago. It touches. 3 consecutive days it touches, but it does not trade. It just did not trade. At 125, I was actually watching this chart ticker tape minute by minute.
Okay.
125, 125, 125, but there was a huge selling order at 125. My trade has not triggered at all, and this is after placing a trade almost about a week or 10 days earlier. Placing my limit order a week, 10 days earlier.
How much is your quantity? Is it
Five units only. You can imagine 5 units for 3 days. I could not trade this trade. It touches 125 and reverses down. Last trading day did not even touch 125.
your last high was 24.65?
125. That is the day when I changed it to 124.99. Because 125 was not trading, I said I'll take it at 124.99. And it did not change. It did not trigger. Now hopefully Monday it will. But this is what I'm going to tell you. This is after putting my trade order ages ago. I'm watching this ticker tape happening on a minute-to-minute basis.
On 11th, high was 125, so maybe the
It
quantity
did not
was
trade.
yeah, but on
And I'm only selling 5 shares only. Even on Wednesday and Thursday, both days. My trade is always there. In the pre-open, it went to 125.2, I think, 125.02. But again, very simple. It did not happen. I'm just trying to tell you all, even after putting my trades at a small quantity, it did not trade.
right, and that's the reason we suggest to put target price as little lesser than the highest price that we see on the chart.
Yes, because we leave something for the other retailer to come in, and I specifically wanted to bring this to everybody's notice. Next target is much higher. My next target is 163.
I was just looking at the weekly chart, but it looks to be at all-time high now,
No, it
125.
is not. Yeah, that is a 1 year high. You take it to a monthly chart, you will see it.
This was 2007.
163 है मैंने क्या टारगेट दिया 1 सेकंड में टारगेट मैंने फीड किया हुआ अंदर
So for CM, as
yeah for CM only
this 125 is its all-time high, at least on the chart.
in 1 second why keep it at a higher rate I have kept it at a higher rate I know it
Yes, if we are seeing from 1st of April 96.
why have I kept it at a higher rate I'm going to figure that out I only place my orders I know that
On
Is it
4,
163 or is it 1 second 133 sorry 133 is my next target
okay.
155 and 133 I'm sorry
Yeah, 133,
in placed
it might reach 133, but 125 on September 4th, 2018, it was at 125.21, which is all-time high. It might reach up to 125.2 and then drop again and then
1.02 even then it did not trigger it was there in the pre-open it was not there in the market it was I think on Wednesday now I'm expecting this to go up because it's a bank
yeah,
I'm expecting it to go further up
and it has 4.69 dividend yield as well. But at this point, looking at these three candles, it appears that, to me, it appears it might correct and then
yes
touch maybe mid Bollinger Band at a support around 118, 119, and then continue further up.
very true we entered at I think 10 I entered about 108 108.50
And I think Renko would still be giving hold. Yeah.
Renko will still be green look at where we entered at the at the red of the Renko no that red first one only that red
Yeah.
108
Mhm.
no not even this one 108.50 is my entry price
On daily chart, on candles, it was very clear. On you might have entered on this day,
January
January
no
20,
January
4th January or this 29th.
exact date you want 4th January
Yeah, this is the that's great. Okay, so I think Vivek sir, on Monday you can plan to exit this.
it's already there in the system if system accepts it 124.99 I'll take it out
Okay, yeah, that looks safer to me.
yeah that's already there in the system I already changed the order and I kept it at 133 if it falls further I'll pick it up
Okay, thank you sir. We are under 2 minutes. I think Vivek had asked about how to set up screeners. Maybe we can include that in the next session. Vivek, will that be okay?
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Vivek, check out my screener video which we done way back in I think August
Yeah, maybe I can
if
share.
Kamal can find that video out
Problem is the way you have said this overview, performance, extended hours, valuation. These tabs
no.
I'm not able to set.
the one which I had picked up
Yeah, this one is under screeners.
Yeah.
These are default. It's there on TradingView.
Okay. No, sorry, not those. These last percentage change, rating, volume, market cap.
Mhm.
So,
So-
these I'm not. I'm struggling with those.
Under overview or under performance?
I don't know where you do. You see 1 month percent change, 5 month percent change. These.
Yes. Yeah. So if you are not
Okay.
looking at those, you could untick them and they will be gone.
Okay.
Because
Got it.
you are evaluating on daily basis, so these are two means these are applicable for someone who is doing day trade, so you can remove those.
Okay. Got it. Okay, it's there.
Okay.
Okay, sure. Okay, thanks a lot. And do share the link that sir was talking about the video.
Sure. I'll share. Thank you all. Thank you
Thank
for joining this session. Hope it was beneficial and hope you all have nice weekend and good trading week ahead. Thank you, Vivek sir.
Thanks again, Kamal and
thank
Vivek
you
sir,
Kamal
everyone.
thank you everybody